in the Bayview. He was vocal around the murder of his friend Kenneth Harding in the summer of 2011, and he's facing misdemeanor assault of a police officer and potential jail time. These are all amazing activists. We're happy to have them here with us. Fly will probably be arriving later, but we'll get started now. And I'm Zach Aslanian Williams. I'm a member of the ISO and an undergraduate at UC Berkeley. Emmett will be starting. And just to tell you the format, all of them will speak. We'll have a few announcements, and then we'll have time for discussion.
I'll start off by saying greetings, San Francisco, because it's always a pleasure to come to San Francisco. A couple of times we came out here and shared. As I look around the room, I can tell it's a couple of people here that might know about my son, and there's some that don't, and for those that don't, I will share that with you. My name is Carey Downs, that's C-A-R-E-Y-D-O-W-N-S, and I'm here with my wife, Dion Smith Downs, D-I-O-N-N-E Smith, S-M-I-T-H-D-O-W-N-S. And we are here from Stockton, California to share our story about our son who was killed by law enforcement. On July 22nd, 2010, our son was brutally murdered. This is how he looked before he was murdered. James Rivera, Jr. On July 22nd, 2010, our son was brutally shot by two Stockton police, Gregory Dunn and Eric Azervan, and also John Nesbitt of the San Joaquin Sheriff's Department. These three, they used what they called a pit maneuver to push the car that my son was driving into two metal mailboxes. He knocked down two metal mailboxes. You really can't see them. They were sitting somewhere here, over here to the right area. And when he hit those two mailboxes, they pushed the van into not one garage, but it was going into two garages. Officers immediately exited their vehicles and, with no warning, began shooting 9mm semi-assault weapons, pistols, and AR-15 assault weapon at my son. These are some of the officers, and here's the picture of the gun, the AR-15 that they used. And witnesses stated that officers, after they shot my son, they were giving each other a high five like it was a celebration. So we got one of them kind of smiling here, grouping up. We didn't catch them all, but we did catch one, and that was good enough for us to know that the witnesses, what they seen was really true. So some of the bullet wounds, these are some very graphic pictures I'm about to show you right now, so I hope you guys can take them. Here's a picture of the bullet. And the reason why we do this is because we want people to see and know, because a lot of times when you get to scene or by a scene, you can hear the gunshots, you can see the person laying over there, they got you all blocked out where you can't see nothing. So people don't get a chance to really see what these officers are out here doing to our kids, or to our friends, or to our mothers, or to our fathers. And this is where they, some of the bullet wounds, apparently this wound is big enough to call it came from an AR-15. And some of these smaller ones, they use the 9mm. So the smaller bullets are probably the smaller holes are probably the smaller gun. When officers snatched our son out the car, they snatched him by his head and onto the ground and was slapping him in his face like he was unconscious or something. After being shot multiple times like that, how could somebody walk away and get up from that? I mean, you should be trying to save his life. They wasn't showing any sirens when they came, no medical response when they came, no medical response when they left. They wasn't doing no CPR or anything that trying to save his life, only to take his life. I know it's pretty graphic. It's still hard for us to adjust, and we can adjust. It's just hard for us to take in, you know, because no child should be shot the way he was shot. We don't care what he did or what happened. We still don't know to this fact. They haven't given us no police report, no coroner's report. They didn't even call us and, hey, we shot your kid, he's dead. They didn't give us a visit or nothing. We haven't got nothing from them, nothing. And we've been fighting for 20 months now. And our thing that we want to express and share with you guys is that where we are, we need people. We need people to speak up and be a part of this movement that we have going against police brutality, and not just my community and your community too. We're out here supporting. We'll be meeting families all over the place, the Hardings, the Oscar Grant family. Oakland Occupied has joined with us. We have joined with them, put it that way. They had to come out there to Stockton and wake the people up and tell them, hey, we have an issue in our community and we cannot continue to turn our backs on this injustice. So we urge you guys, we are giving, we have some upcoming events coming pretty soon. I don't exactly know the time and place and all that right now, but they will be out there in
May 8th.
Yeah, May 8th is one of them. May 8th
At 2 o'clock.
at 2 o'clock. May 8th is one of them, and there's several that are coming out, but they'll be online. If you Google or go online, put in Oakland Occupied. They have a lot of stuff that's in there with a lot of upcoming events that will be happening in Stockton. And if you want to get involved in anything that we can be of help and be supportive to on your guys' end, we'd be more than happy to allow to have come in and show our support for you guys too as well. So we thank you. Thank you.
I was also wondering if you wanted to, if we could pass around the flyer.
Yeah, it's a flyer we bought with a little brief story of what happened to our son, and you're welcome to have one if you like.
My mother is hurting inside, and anybody with a mother will know how I feel to witness your son being pulled out by his neck, thrown on the ground, because I didn't know that was my son. And then I followed the ambulance to the hospital, and they tells me that wasn't my son. I'm screaming and hollering, that's my son. And then they put dogs on me, you know, stuff like I was a criminal. And the only thing I was asking, can I just hold my son if he have any air in him or any life, to let him know his mama's here. And they took that from me, so I hurt and I grieved, because I don't know what was my son. Was he scared? Was he caught for me? So it hurts, but like I tell people, don't let it happen to you before we all stand up.
That's right.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'd like to start by saying all praise be to God, to whom all praise is due. Yes, it is true, seeking ye shall find, only through him can we know the most wondrous bestow. And if you don't believe in God, remember what Mao Zedong said, that 8 million Chinese people are my God. So maybe he believe in God too. But first of all, I just want to thank everyone for inviting me to be a part of this, and acknowledge the courage of Donnie's parents, who I haven't seen in a while. But when the Oscar, when young Harding was killed, you all came up and shared with us. I just want to thank you for staying vigilant and getting the word out. Because, you know, mass people are just like we are in some of the evangelical churches, you know. We jump up, we get excited, church is over with, and we go back to living the way we were living. And I think when you hear a speech like that, or words like that, your spirit rises up in you, but somehow, in the course of the evening and the next day, the masses of us go to sleep.